What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 59 of the Game Scrubs podcast, the number one podcast at 11 o'clock at night, Monday nights, on twitch.tv/Hogtide Productions. I'm one of the hosts, Cal. Joining me, as always, as per usual, is my good friend, Jake.
Hey, that
Jake?
me.
How you doing?
I'm great. I got new headphones, so feeling good. Yeah, Kinnick be creeping in the background. You know he's gonna be causing some shit. Look at
He's
that.
about to take a shit.
He's about to drop a bomb and then leave. Like it's
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my week's
I
been
heard
great.
that.
I got new headphones. They're fucking rad.
What kind did you get?
I'm rocking Sony WH-H910N wireless Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. But as you can see
I've been
here,
thinking about.
I have them corded so I can save battery and use them very smoothly with my microphone.
Yes. I've been thinking about wireless.
Do you have a Costco
Headphone.
membership?
Yeah. No, I don't, but someone very close to me does.
Here's the thing. $100 right now at Costco. These bad boys. That's the whole reason I jumped on them. They're usually like $150.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're on sale for Costco members, and I'm like, oh shit, that's me. Just hopped online. They're like, hey, you want that speed shipping? You can get it by Friday. And I'm like, nah, I'll just get it Monday. And then it got to me on Friday because they were in fucking Illinois.
Because they had no other orders.
You dumb bastards. But very happy with this purchase. I figured out a new trick on Adobe Premiere that somehow I've lived my entire collegiate and then professional career not knowing. And I'm just saying, it's gonna take the audio quality of our podcast up a bunch of levels. And I'm also kind of a god at work now because I figured this out. We've been trying to figure out how to make Zoom audio better, and I just fucking did.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, so
Fucking nice, mate.
you know it. They're like, oh boy, this guy, he doesn't do anything but play with Premiere, but he sure gets it. But here's the thing, Cal. I get it. You know what people don't fucking get? Tall ladies. Dumb fuckers everywhere.
Nobody understands that women have this perception, Jake. Women have this perception of men only wanting big titties and a fat ass. And they're not wrong. But I also want to be stepped on, all right? Step on me like just annihilate my balls.
It's just sad that there are some people out there that don't they're like, I'm too tall. Guys won't be attracted to me. And I'm like, have you played Resident Evil though? Have you seen this trailer for the new game? She's so tall.
You have no idea the depths I'm willing to descend to. Don't underestimate. You underestimate my power.
Except you couldn't even possibly do a flip over this lady.
I want you to have the high ground.
She will everywhere.
Please chop off my limbs.
Oh my. Chop off my limbs, daddy. So I'm gonna throw it out there. This screenshot they used from a dude's YouTube channel, absolutely hilarious because it shows him standing next to her and she is so much taller than him. It's fucking ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Oh, they're basically what they're getting at is that she weighs too much, and if she steps on you, it'll kill you. But that's fine.
Were there other options?
I was gonna say I'm just confused as to where something happened that I wasn't on board for.
Yeah.
Where's
At
the
what point am I
miscommunication
supposed to? At what point am I not supposed to be aroused? Please explain.
God.
By the way, this is a gaming podcast. I forgot to mention.
Oh my god.
This is the top gaming news of the week.
Just dude. Just a couple guys being bros.
Just dudes being bros. What's better than that? Oh man.
God. Here we are.
Please crush my chest cavity so that my heart bursts inside of it.
God, she's so much taller than the like. She's a vampire
next-
lady, and she's so much taller than her like henchfolk, who are also quite tall.
You know, honestly, their height is basically like the capitalist society that we live in now,
God.
where the number one earner, aka the tallest person, is way up here, and the next person way down here.
It's true.
That gap is never gonna get closed, folks. There's the 1%ers who are 9'6",
50 pounds.
50?
Woo!
450 pounds. And then there's the rest of us. Come on. Come on.
Come in.
So
Here's the thing. Like, this was a fun article. Brian Ashcraft, this is about all Kotaku's good for, let's be honest. Doing dopey little fun articles like this since Schreier left. But
yeah, basically ripping off other people's content.
yeah, literally watching a YouTube video and then talking about it. I mean, that's kind of our content. We just read the news and then talk about it, but it's different because like
ours is curation versus theirs is ripping off.
Exactly.
Really?
Thank you.
No
ill will.
No ill will towards Brian. Ashcraft.
I'm pretty sure he lives in Japan right now, so he's fine. It's fine.
He's doing all right for himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Hang out. He's probably like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that.
Thank you. I don't know what it was, but it's probably a good call.
Anthony Desca.
Speaking of good calls, though, my guy, you have a lot of strong opinions about our next article. What do you think of this?
Oh yeah. Okay, so Sony had basically made the decision to close down the PlayStation stores on PS3 and the PlayStation Vita,
as well as PSP.
Since they're like now, and PSP. PSP is still going down.
Rip.
Vita and PS3 though, they decided to switch their opinion on. I'm just gonna say it. I'm guessing they did this. They say it's upon further reflection. And I'm just gonna call it like I see it. That's fucking bogus. There's a bunch of fucking baby gamer boys being like, "How could you abandon the PS3 and PlayStation Vita?" They're like, they're old. They're old now.
Here's the thing.
Old.
Here's the thing.
My one caveat before I let you go is that the PlayStation Vita is the most recent of their mobile consoles.
See, that's what I was going to say is I don't think it was as much PlayStation 3 users. I think it's the 6 Vita users that are very upset that it was getting taken down. And they threw the biggest fit. That boy Moriarty and Miller, they don't work together anymore, but they still have very strong feelings about the Vita.
I was about to say, just tweet at no taxation to find out his stance on the Vita.
Oh man, that dude, real quick aside, that dude was so hard on the Switch when it first came out. Not about it. Got one. He was like, all right, I was wrong. I just think it was really funny because he was just like not having it. And I get it. When you see the Vita, which is an incredibly powerful, like genuinely very good console, right? But
for its time.
For its time, but with no support and a terrible SD card system, that's going to happen. I think that I'm surprised this happened in a week. I'll be honest. I thought it'd be sooner, like quicker. We talked about it last week, and I thought we were going to find out by like the end of the week that it was changing. But this article is from fucking today. So They took their time deciding if they were going to use the resources to keep the online stores going, and apparently it was enough. Rest in peace, PSP getting shut down July 2nd, but holy shit, what a lifespan.
I imagine they cannot be running it at anything for any sort of profit at this point, though.
No, it's at a total loss.
It's either at a loss or, I mean, my guess is that actually that's at cost.
That makes sense.
Because if you can't cover your cost, then yeah, no, sorry, you fucking baby, it's gone.
But I mean,
in my opinion,
let's be honest. The PSP was an emulating machine anyway. It was better for emulation than anything else. It had a couple exclusive games that were good, but nothing like groundbreaking or amazing. It was just mostly good to watch things or play games from old Nintendo consoles.
I just thought it was so wild that my older roommate decided to, like, intentionally decided to play Persona 4 Golden on his Vita.
I mean, I've heard it's a really fun way to play it. And I love playing JRPGs mobile. That's my preferred way to play JRPGs.
Yeah.
So I get where he's coming from, but it's also kind of like, damn, could have gotten it on PS. Could have gotten it a lot of other places.
Not anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah. It's so many places, so many options now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This is dumb. I think this is a dumb move by Sony. Honestly, they should have just cut the cord, called it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have given them nearly as big a window. They should have had everything shut down by like July. Not like PSP's in July. Yeah, honestly, go for it.
Yeah, just shut it all down.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, there's it just can't. I mean, I can kind of maybe understand. I definitely understand the Vita. Mm-hmm. It's the most modern mobile console that they have. The PlayStation 3, though, I mean, technically that's 2 generations behind. Much points out that it is 15 years old.
Yes.
Which is actually 2 typical generation cycles. Anyway.
Let's be honest. We keep saying that, but I feel like generations are getting longer.
They are, yeah. But the PS2 was like...
That was like 30 years. That doesn't count.
It's still going.
They're still making them in Brazil. Like, they're still selling brand new PS2 consoles in Brazil. It's not fair.
Yeah. So, like, on the one hand, I understand keeping it open, but on the other hand, it's like... I really do feel like the reason behind
it's dumb
keeping both of them open was basically to placate loud fans, loud babies.
Let's be honest. The common
children.
They're the vocal minority. It's always who gets what they want, and it's fucking frustrating. It's obviously not just in the video game
These are the people who show their nose dicks over their masks.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly who this is. And, like, just let it go. It's time. If I was actually talking to Lotus and Sponge Daddy about this earlier today, and we were discussing, like, if they would actively work to make old games accessible, like Xbox really seems to be doing with Game Pass and everything. If they were to do that, go for it. Why not? Like, but I don't know. That's a totally different can of worms. But Microsoft's just making. Do you have anything else you want to say about this? I think I've made my point.
Just that. Well, okay. I will tack on of like final thought about it, which is that I am so fucking tired of gamers on the one hand being like the most picky consumers of all time, but on the other hand being the biggest fucking children about every minor fucking detail. I mean,
Everything. Across the board.
that is just like so fucking annoying. Now, I'm not saying they're they're not entitled to it because they ask for plenty of money for these consoles and all the associated, subscriptions and whatnot that are associated with it.
Whatnot.
So I'm not like I I'm not trying to go too hard on them.
Yeah. But
However, the general like stigma does not improve when gamers TM act like fucking man children.
here's gamers like are the most entitled group of media consumers.
Yeah.
I'd say more
That's
so
why
than anyone.
that's why the memes exist of like, oh, gamers are so oppressed, and like that's the joke is that they are absolutely not. You know,
Exactly.
I mean, granted, in one respect, I think they are slightly oppressed, which is always being blamed for like being the scapegoat for
Violence
conservative.
for gun violence primarily.
Yeah.
Any sort of societal violence, and it just changes. It's just because it's the newest medium. It used to be movies. It used to be fucking books. It used to be comics. Anything that's the newest medium. Can we blame TikTok now? Is it time to move on past video games? Can we do it? Is it finally time?
Don't blame TikTok. I recently got TikTok actually.
Dude, funny. Oh man. Yeah, we can talk about that later. You know who doesn't have TikTok but really wanted it? Microsoft.
Yeah.
But what they do have is sped up downloads by suspending games. I just think like anything you can to just like really speed up a download, go for it, right?
Yeah. Like take care of it.
Just do it.
There's no reason not to.
Please.
I mean,
make those moves.
it's like honestly, it's the smart way to make sure that all the resources are able to like the more you're able to focus your resources. Like I was dropping frames today and I was like, I can't do anything less than what I'm doing.
There's nothing else I can do.
So
Oh my god. I feel that. But yeah, I
But,
think this is great. Anything to optimize their like systems.
yeah. I mean, when you have the most powerful console, you might as well make it act like it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's pretty exciting.
I mean, that intuition though, I think is serves Microsoft well.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny. I was just listening to a podcast today, and they're talking about the Odyssey trilogy, like Abe's Odyssey, so on and so forth. And they were talking about when they made the move over from PlayStation to Xbox, and how it probably greatly benefited them because Xbox, just like even since it's come out, has just been generally a more powerful console. It's just the actual process of developing for it, and if you want that exclusivity, so on and so forth. But like time and time again, Microsoft just shows that they do genuinely have stronger consoles. It's just stuff like this, quality of life stuff, that really makes a big difference for me personally. Still not enough for me. Even if I wanted to get one, I couldn't. Not enough for me to go out and buy a new Xbox, but it's good that they're making the moves.
I will say that, like, that they're. I really am coming around to, like, the Microsoft look.
I love it, dude. I love the fridge.
I'm talking like the software and like the
hell yeah.
interface and all that. I like it. I don't love it. And I think the reason is at this point I'm actually more used to like number one Steam and number two PlayStation. Like I'm used to those sorts of like interfaces.
It's just dominant.
Um,
One of my biggest things with interfaces and stuff like that is I remember the PlayStation 3. A lot of complaints people had that generation was how much better the 360's interface was. Which, fun fact, it fucking was. It was so much better than the PS3's.
oh, the blades were top tier.
And then Sony was like, "Oh shit, we got to fix this." And then PS4 interface is very nice.
Oh, it's very chef's kiss. I'll say
It's so good.
it is very nice.
PlayStation, very nice.
King of the castle, king of the castle.
I get the PlayStation, never gets PlayStation. God.
Although I will say, okay, so like I'm coming around to Microsoft's format
Yeah.
of their software.
Yep.
I just don't like kind of how square it is. You know?
It's very hard lines, very harsh. They don't soften it at all. Just from a graphic design standpoint, it's incredible how like sharp it is,
Yeah. It's I don't want to say too simple, but it just feels almost like there's no like here's a good example.
Okay, hit me.
On my PS4 right now, I have a theme installed.
Which theme?
The Persona 5 theme.
Hell yeah, you do.
It's a dynamic theme where something, I think the background like changes or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like when that happens, it has like custom icons for everything.
Yeah.
Now, not for like games, but like the games are like they have like shadows or I'd have to look at the actual dang thing again, but like it's not just like square with video game inside.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
it's like actually fucking interesting to look at, I guess. I don't know.
All right. So, Mach, couple points being brought up in the chat right now by Mach. Sometimes it can feel rough, sometimes it can feel clean. I like the change of pace from the Twitter rounded edges on everything. Exactly. It needs to be a good middle ground. Like, pardon me, Casey's, the general store in Iowa, just changed their logo, and it looks like utter garbage. It looks so bad.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you.
how it legitimately looked like a significant other of someone at the company was like, "Hey, I took a graphic design class at community college, and this is what I think it should be."
I downloaded a free font online.
Oh, they downloaded the Wendy's font. Like,
Yeah.
the side by side with the two is fucking ridiculous. Because Wendy's recently, within like the last 5 years, went to a more simple white and red look. And then Casey's did the same thing, except it looks worse. Like, Wendy's looks fine, not great, but fine. This it just looks so bad.
I don't see like I felt like Casey's had an iconic enough logo to stick with it.
Dude, I love the old
What was
Casey's
wrong?
logo.
What was wrong with it? There was nothing wrong with it.
Everyone, for our audio listeners, I apologize. We are currently looking at the Casey's logo. I love the old Casey's logo. Good colors.
I'll give them a good breakdown. The initial Casey's logo. But so both are barns, but the initial logo shows you a brown roof, a red upper portion of the barn with white lettered Casey's and black lettered general store in yellow underneath. Plenty of color, plenty of like it's a unique look.
It looks like a general store. It looks awesome.
Yes. It looks exactly, yeah, like a general store. And then now it's just all red,
Bubble font.
flat,
Like fucking
flattened out
God.
with like this bubble font, like a brush stroke sort of a thing, whereas the first one was more blocky.
It looked good.
Uh, I liked the blocky.
I mean,
It was it defined what Casey's was.
shit. Just to look. Pizza Hut went back to their '90s blocky look
Yeah.
because their swoopy shit red look like this, no one cared for. Because
Yes.
their '90s Pizza Hut look, top tier Pizza Hut. Like it looks good, and that's like Casey's is just doing the opposite. They're like 10 years behind. Like they just switched. So Casey's used to get it in a box. Casey's Pizza would come in a box with a rip-off tab, and when you got 10 of them, you'd get a free large pizza. Well, they went away with that, of course, because everyone's doing apps. Well, people didn't fucking like that. And now they have an app that barely works, that looks like garbage. They're changing their logo. They don't have a lot of competition, but it's like, damn, can you stop making such dumbass bad decisions?
Yeah. Here, the thing is too, like something I saw the other day, and by the other day I mean probably a month ago, is they are not the only ones changing their logo,
Who
and
else?
they're not the only ones fucking up their logo.
Is it Come and Go?
There's I don't think so. Come and Go, I think is staying. However, there's like a bunch of like logos that just were super unique to start, and
Yes.
then it's like there's this like common denominator, medium average, sort of like we have to find the apex of generic fucking stupid ass logos to appeal to the masses, you know, where like I hate
Here's
the like calculations
that's the dumbest shit ever, man. How
that
many
go into it.
how many more logos can we get on flat red with shitty bubble white font? Like, how many more are gonna do it? Are we just gonna keep chasing this high? Which, first of all, is awful and not good. I don't know. One of my buddies that I work with, he majored in design at one of the colleges in the state, and I'm just interested. I haven't talked to him about any of this, but now I'm really interested in this to see what he thinks, because every graphic designer I've talked to is like, I don't know why Casey's would change away from this. It looks bad compared to what it was.
Exactly.
Sorry, everyone, to get off on a tangent about gas stations while we're talking
Well,
about
logos even.
logos, honestly. Like, but that's the thing, is like, I think Microsoft could really benefit from being somewhere in the middle, where not bubble, but not sharp, just like that good sweet spot.
Right. Um, or like I don't know, having like a not black back. Well, I mean, you can, I'm pretty sure you can customize it however you want,
Yeah.
but like I want like a drop shadow
Oh,
or something along those lines,
that's
just
all
to
you
give
need.
it some depth and like not have it be such a boring thing to look at. You know,
I'll do it. I'll fucking do it right now. I can put drop
I,
shadows on things.
like I can appreciate the sharpness to it. Truly, I believe me, I can.
I put drop shadows on everything. I mean, I'm sure it looked like shit. Not everything, but I had drop shadows on my website when I took my basic HTML class. Like,
Yeah,
it just looks better than something flat and sharp. Just gives that, I don't know, depth. It just needs a little more depth. It just looks flat.
right.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Two things real quick. Sponge Daddy in the chat. Gas station don't need an app. CMV. Facts. And Silicon Valley on HBO did a bit about stupid tech companies using flat lowercase letters. Yes. Make logos fun again. I mean, Pepsi. I don't like Pepsi's swoopy logo. I miss the old logo, honestly. I think it looks like
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of I like the old school. The 80s Pepsi most probably.
I kind of like their swoopy.
I mean, it looks even the swoopy looks way better than whatever the fuck their competition's doing. which is nothing because they don't have to do anything to change because they just sell better for some fucking reason.
Even though they're literally the worst soda.
Wildly inferior. Give me RC Cola, baby. Speaking of being the
Sprite cranberry.
I was gonna say, speaking of the RC colas of gaming, Nintendo is not that, not at all. I don't even know what the fuck Nintendo would be as a soda. Just like
It's a fucking hee-haw.
I was gonna say original Coca-Cola made with cocaine. I don't know. Nintendo is something else.
They're fucking coffee at this point.
They are.
They're so goddamn old.
Everyone else is drinking soda. Nintendo is like, have you heard of this internet thing?
You know, okay. Here's a all right. I don't know if this will count.
I'm sitting. I'm good. I'm ready.
But I don't know if this will count as a what's up my dudes.
Ooh.
But Nintendo is actually way fucking older than just like the NES.
Oh yeah, dude.
Way fucking older. People don't realize it, but Nintendo actually started as just like a card, like a playing card, like poker cards, regular playing cards company back in I want to say that like 1890, something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's a little older than that. It was in the 1800s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was wild. The fact that it's been around for so long, and it's funny actually. It was more of on a whim that they got into video games. That wasn't like they originally were like, oh well, this video game thing seems to be popping off. We'll try that, and then obviously it worked very well for them. Cal, you got a date for us?
September 23rd, 1889.
That's fucking insane. That's so old.
I was close.
You were very close.
I mean, I was like within a year.
And here's the thing, their policies on emulation and ROMs have not changed since then. Thank you. Well, thank you for watching the podcast, everyone. I'll be here all week.
Oh my god, that was way too good.
Thank you. I'm very proud of myself. I was like, woo! Garbage, man. Here's the thing. Nintendo's always going after everyone all the time. For some things I get. A lot of things I don't. This is one of those things that I think is just very interesting. So first of all, we got some Bowser on Bowser action. We got Doug Bowser, president of Nintendo of America. And then we have Nintendo going after another Bowser. This Bowser's name is Gary. I don't know which of the Koopalings he is, but he seems like a bit of a douche. It also is like really cool, like how they went about doing it. What are your thoughts on this?
This song, the way that Nintendo or the lawsuit looks to be getting presented right now is it looks almost like a case of like Napster.
Basically.
Where, I mean, in the paragraph right under the video there, it says, quote, if a user owns a lawful, properly purchased Nintendo Switch game, the user can use the SX OS and accompanying features to turn that game into an unlawful copy, which allows the user to share additional unauthorized copies with more users also using the SX OS on the Nintendo Switch. End quote, the lawsuit says. Which, like, that's virtually identical to what Napster really was, which was just digital sharing of music.
Mm-hmm.
And not being able to once you wouldn't download a car.
I would if I could, damn it.
Yeah, no shit, right? Like if you could, you'd have it, and then once it's on your computer, it's not like you're gonna give it up.
Yep.
So, They also allege that Bowser's been trafficking circumvention devices for many years since the DS days.
All right, here's the thing about the DS. Hackers and just probably people like me and Cal broke the DS immediately because like they hacked that sucker so fast that it was the fastest hacked Nintendo console to date. So I think that's hilarious. Um,
Mhm.
I get if this dude has been doing it since then, I can imagine they don't like him at all. But oh my gosh, here we go. Loader in the article. Nintendo is notoriously litigious and protective of its IP, and given their massive popularity, even among those who don't play video games, that's unsurprising. Like, they are just so brutal about it. My thing is, and you, myself, and Phenomenon had talked about it before, if they would just, like, make the games available, but they don't. Like,
Yeah,
just make
it'd
them...
be one thing if all of them were readily available on like new consoles or like whatever. Just
Yep.
like make them modernize them. Do like it doesn't even have to be modern. I'll take a 4-3 perspective on my monitor if it means I'll get to play like whatever I want.
Yeah. Bring, like, EVO, Search for Eden, one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Very difficult to come by, especially one that's not just a fucking ROM put onto a cartridge. Like, this is a $500 cart we're talking about. And
Yeah.
it was an action RPG that was, like, predated. It was a massive influence on Spore and other games of the same ilk. And, like, it sucks that people don't get to experience that game because Nintendo hates people using ROMs so much. So much. Even though it's not even it was just on their console. It's not even a Nintendo like main IP or anything like that. I see where they're coming from with this case, and I totally get it. But at the same time, with Nintendo constantly going after so many different people for such, in my opinion, much more mundane things, it just really takes the gravity out of this.
Yeah. Like this is effectively the same as like a millionaire seeking out $150
Exactly.
out of some schmuck on the street for like accidentally coughing on him, you
Yelp.
know.
Well, it's a little different in COVID times, but
In COVID, yeah, bad in COVID times. Any other time, you know. I'm just pretending. I guess I'm trying to.
no, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I'm shutting out the bad.
Re-
Trying to.
Rest in peace, coolroms.com.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Wow. Wow. Rest in peace, coolmathgames.com.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Did you see that the guy that created the PDF just passed away? Fucking wild.
No.
83 years old.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The PDF? Yeah.
Yeah, creator of the PDF. Legendary. Super important, really.
Yeah.
Unlike the work that Nintendo's doing with this case. I'll say
And
it.
just fucking use Word, huh? Fucking asshole.
Animals. Let me tell you.
Oh, man. Speaking of animals.
Oh, fuck.
Wild
I wasn't
animals.
sure if we were going to say animals or assholes, but here we are.
Bunch of fucking apes are and chimps right now are going absolutely fucking bananas for this news. So the GameStop CEO, the lame duck GameStop CEO who couldn't run the company worth a fucking shit,
Really?
is finally stepping down from his post. Yeah, dude really had, he had run out his tenure.
I'd say so.
Um,
Even
he
before
had,
COVID hit, he wasn't doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I mean, look at how we were talking about it before versus now, right?
Right.
Where um, the new leadership that's been coming in has been looking to transform the company in several different ways, not just necessarily making them more of a factor in online sales,
Mm-hmm.
um, but also in terms of transforming the actual business sites one way or another, really.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think this is absolutely good news for investors.
By
And
investors, do you
I
mean
mean,
Reddit users buying stock in GME?
let's just say if you have if you've bought into meme stocks lately, and one of them happens to be a ticker called GME, you know, this is good news. No joke. Um, that's not to say that he's necessarily been all bad.
No, yeah, for sure.
Uh, he, like it says in the article, he gave up 50% of his salary to help the company during the COVID-19, even though they were an essential business that had to stay
Oh
open. So
my god.
I don't know how the hell, like,
That
why did
was
he
a
have to?
that
If
was a hoot.
anything, he should have gotten a 50% bonus, to be honest. Okay.
Gosh. Here's the thing. Like I actually agree with what he said or yeah, what George Sherman said. That's the gentleman that stepped down about de-densifying their store footprint. That is a fact. There were too many GameStops. That is just an undeniable fact. I wish I knew how many were in the city I live in before the pandemic, because I'm sure it'd be way too many. Like, there were 2 where I used to live, and I don't necessarily think there needed to be even 2 with that size of area. Maybe, I don't know, but
You're
that was
talking
the
about where we lived?
yeah, yeah. I feel like 1 was plenty.
Yeah.
I'm more I actually can't stand GameStop. I prefer, like most things, locally owned private game stores. Like, that's where shit really hits hard. That's where you get the good stuff. Not some poor mouth breather trying to sell me a Funko Pop when I'm trying to buy Bravely Default. I'm not
Mind
interested.
necessarily there being like a mainstream standard, which is gonna happen in any industry. You
100%.
know, where like what other game store can you even think of that isn't a mom and pop store that would kind of like it, um so in Iowa we have these local game stores called Video Games Etc.
So good.
Very good. The guys that work there, every time I go in, they're always super passionate about video games, and I love that part of going there. Um, Plus they're chill,
They're
whatever.
very chill.
Not saying that GameStop employees are not. However, there is a certain robotic element to it.
Oh, 100%.
Um, but and that totally comes from the corporate side of things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but um, I still like a national presence of a video game retailer, as far as like kind of making that imprint in terms of where gaming is as a medium, giving it that legitimacy, kind of like same but different as like a Blockbuster.
That's exactly what I was gonna reference. Like, GameStop came in, swooped in, took out a whole bunch of local shops. Right now, they're dying, and same thing happened with Blockbuster. The markets just changed. Like, things change. Real quick, Chad, in the chat, I love how GameStop always manages to make each store have the worst toxic vibes.
I I I'll be honest. I haven't had that. Uh,
I haven't had toxic, but I have had depressed and just
yeah,
desperate to like most
yeah. Like, can I
disappointing.
can I please get you onto our like subscription service? You get Game Informer and like deals or whatever, please.
Let's
Like, our store needs this real bad.
That's the worst
That's
part of GameStop.
that that is the vibe that I have gotten before. And I don't actually think that game the stores are going to remain like that
Mhm.
with how they're transforming the company digitally.
Mhm.
I think a digital storefront, you know, how often do you hear about the customer service or like like in the process of buying games on fucking Steam?
Here
Never.
Here's the thing. It would have been pretty cash money if GameStop wasn't letting go of Game Informer employees to try and save money.
Right.
I'll throw that out there. That I remember when that happened. What year? 2 years ago now. So dumb. Bad
Mhm.
decision. I mean, for them it was really smart. Salaries are expensive. Health insurance is expensive. But man, it's just it's time. It's time to move on from what GameStop was and move on to greener pastures.
Um. Well, and greener pastures doesn't necessarily mean trashing the company. It means
Exactly.
transforming the company into a better pasture.
Correct. Like,
Um, so I would tell people and like let them know, like, expect wildly different experiences in the future. Uh, Based off of just what I've heard being spitballed by people not involved in the company as far as where it could go. Uh, Expect like PC parts. Expect gaming tournaments to be held, like
please.
regionals at GameStops.
That would
You
be
know,
so smart. So good.
um, like that's the sort of vibe that they could give to, you know, how often has it been like the mom and pop shop that holds just like a local tournament for like Smash Bros,
Hear me
right?
out. Do in-store retro games, not just on your online like platform.
That's another thing that's been talked about is expanding,
Go a little farther back. Just a little bit.
just expanding it all.
Yeah.
So like having the section of the store that's dedicated to, you know, trying out games and like tournaments and stuff.
Yup.
Getting into esports, sponsoring Evo and among other things. Uh PC parts market. GameStop, these are all like factors in terms of like the transformation that GameStop can go under,
Mm-hmm.
that will only further increase its value moving forward. Which is why play along on the shares that I have now until
Bring it back up, baby.
the fat lady sings or
Yep.
the economy collapses.
Yeah, either one could happen.
That is not a joke.
Speaking of collapsing, Cal, what the fuck have you been playing?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole damn lot. Mostly Persona 5
I mean,
Royal.
it's about quality, not quantity. So
Yeah.
it's a quality fucking game.
Um, I'm starting to get back into Hearthstone.
I was wondering with Hearthstone Hump Days on twitch.tv/ Hogtie Productions. Catch it there, cause I'm happy it's back. That was originally what you one of the first things you used to stream way back when, right?
Yeah, that is probably one of my formerly on my channel, my personal channel. which is twitch.tv/hopeful halfwit. If you're interested in
Digging through the
given
backlog.
given my yeah. There may be some clips there. I doubt it. Maybe some highlights there. I doubt it. There's no content there whatsoever anymore.
But here, moral of the story is, here we go. He's back on that Hearthstone, baby. Have you broke the meta yet? Have you figured it out? You been buying packs, bitch?
No,
Good.
no,
That self-control.
yes, and it's hard. It's real hard.
Me, every
Although
time I walk through Target past the Pokemon cards.
Yo, I just
Every fucking time.
Okay, so my significant other loves to go to Target. Okay,
And Target has
Like,
a phenomenal
loves.
trade. Then they have a phenomenal trading card selection. Keep going.
they do, and every single time that we go, I make it a point to say, hey, can we get a pack of Pokemon cards? Just to like
King shit. That's
be
amazing.
like just to fucking spout. But
That was me as a kid, though, dude.
yeah.
Whenever my mom would take me with her to Target, I would either buy a pack of Pokemon cards or a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm like, well, I'm here. They're like $4. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh man, simpler times. So you're playing Hearthstone and P5 Royale.
Yes. I intend to continue to really focus in on Persona 5 Royal. It's kind of the game. The game's so motherfucking long.
Yeah, it is, baby. Like
So
a quick playthrough's like 95 hours, right?
my first
Or your
playthrough was
sorry.
85.
That was it.
Granted, that was experiencing as much as I could.
Well, Les, I apologize.
yeah.
That's gonna get deleted out of the chat.
Oh, why?
Oh my
no.
gosh. Simpler times. That microphone is in front of me right now, actually. The one sitting in front of us. Boy, what a time. Oh, so yeah, a nice 85-hour run of P5. But yeah, you're sitting at... Where are you sitting right now in your current run?
45
That's not bad. About halfway through.
ish. Yeah. Just got Futaba.
Ah, queen shit. I know me and Wheezy Wheels were popping in your chat one time talking about Futaba.
I don't understand why though. Like, I wish I understood like people's fascination. Like, she's the youngest of the entire fucking cast. For starters. For second, like, I just have a couple issues with. I just have a lot of like. I'm not going to get into every single thing, but I have some issues with her entire personality basically not changing after you changed her heart.
Hey, you know what? Some people be like that.
Yeah.
Change of heart doesn't mean shit.
Phenomenon saying inkling fetish.
I mean, Orange Inkling, remarkably close to Futaba.
It's actually true though.
It's true. Have you been playing any Splatoon?
No,
Oh, normie. I'm just kidding.
I haven't even opened the fucking case. Yeah.
Do you have it?
Actually, wait, no, I have. I've played it literally a single time. I played one match.
Damn.
And I forget what it was, but I actually remember not having a good time with that match. So
Rip. And here I am, super hyped about
but
Splatoon 3.
I think it was because I couldn't. I don't know. I got frustrated and I put it away for a dumb reason. I should try and go back to it though, because I'm pretty sure the reason I put it away was because couldn't figure out how to uninvert the
Oh,
looking up and looking down.
fuck that. I get that. I would lose my fucking mind if that's.
I was just, I think I remember briefly looking through the settings and then being like, wait a minute, I didn't see it.
Dude,
I didn't see it. They expect us to just have it like this?
I
That's bullshit.
I get
So
so much shit.
just like, I'm done. I'm so done.
Here's the thing. I get so much shit from our followers, Galaga and Wheels, for using motion controls. Or not using motion controls because I'm not a damn animal, let me tell you. I'm going to use the analog stick like it was intended. Sponge Daddy is correct. Splatoon is greater than Overwatch. At least Splatoon 2, for sure.
That is false. I'm just saying that.
How many Splatfests has Overwatch had? I haven't played Wheezy Wheels.
You just don't see them because they're always at 3 a.m.
Rip. Oh man. I actually haven't even played. I was gonna play Splatoon today with my sister, but she was busy. We used to do it every Monday. Good, solid tradition. So have you been playing anything else besides Hearthstone and P5? A little Overwatch here and there.
Oh yeah, Overwatch today.
Yeah.
Mostly because I don't know what it is, but playing Overwatch and like drinking at the same time, it just works. It just feels good, like with some just to have a couple brewskis,
With
hang
your
out with the
broskies.
bros, brewskis with the broskis,
Having brewskis with my broskies.
and then switching to champagne when you run out of brewskis.
Oh my god. You just got to keep the alcohol going. Oh my gosh. I've been playing, speaking of alcohol, I've been playing Mario Kart a lot, like off stream now too, just trying to get better.
Oh really?
Oh man, dude, I was playing online regionally last night and I was taking every race and I'm like, man, maybe I should switch back to worldwide and see how I can do against the Japanese and Korean kids, because that's why I stopped, just because they would just fucking annihilate me for hours on end. I'm like, I'm getting 6th place and just barely. So, I don't know, I might get back into that. I've been playing 3D World, Bowser's Fury, Bravely Default 2, Pokemon Gold, Smash, of course, Breath of the Wild. Just loving it. I suck so bad at that game, but I still have such a damn good time. I'd probably do better if I wasn't doing a shirtless run, but whatever. I'm faster that way. It's obvious. If I'm not weighed down by all those clothes, I'm just a faster Link.
Yeah.
That's just physics. Speaking of physics,
I do want to address something actually real quick.
Throw it out there. Hit me.
I do want to say Sunday nights have been exceptionally bad for me actually showing up to the streams that I am like scheduled for.
In quotes, these are our self-made schedules.
Yeah. And I really like I don't feel good about how consistent I've been with them because
Fuck it, dude.
frankly it's been not consistent.
That
And I just want to let everybody like know that every time I cancel a stream, I don't feel good about it. It's like it's a need thing, not a lazy thing.
Here's the thing. I don't think any of our followers hold that against you at all. I mean, shit. I've canceled. Last week was the first time I'd done Smash in 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks clean of Smash and then dropped it, and then like it was good to have everyone there. There's no need to apologize.
I just kind of wanted to let everybody know that like, I realized that like I literally write the fucking schedule.
Exactly, sir.
And like when I'm writing it, I generally tend to think I can do more than maybe I necessarily can.
That's exactly it. Sponge Daddy's dropping facts and Mach as well. You got a lot of good support here. Like, if you're not having fun, why stream? Like, if you're not gonna be able to enjoy yourself when you're streaming on a Sunday night, then don't do it. Like, I'll be honest, I have not exaggerated, but maybe I could have streamed if I got home. And like,
Oh yeah.
but it's like, fuck, man. Does anyone want to watch me look like fucking droopy dog, not say anything, just like struggle to play a game that I would enjoy if I just gave myself a day to relax and recover?
I tend to look at streams a different way, where it doesn't necessarily have to, like, in my opinion, not all streams necessarily have to have that entertaining, like, and I'm putting those in air quotes because for a specific reason, and you'll find out why. I think some streams are just fine to turn on and, like, not necessarily be, oh my god, wow, look at this stream, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be like that. It can be something you put off on the side, just for, like, background noise. I know plenty of people who are creative people who, like, get through their day by putting on a movie on their second screen and focus on drawing on their primary screen.
Dude, shout out to Mr. Dr. Person Man, Brandon, getting out there and doing those minifig streams. Such a fun, chill Sunday morning. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it's just a good time. And that's exactly what it is. It's just chill vibes, art happening. Love to see it. And like you said, it doesn't have to be, but it doesn't have to be actively entertaining. It can be background noise, but if, like, the person is struggling to get through it themselves, then, like, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah. And usually, like, that's why I make that distinction, right? Is because I know that my Animal Crossing and Coffee streams, I'm not always, like, talking, I just woke up. That's, like, the point.
Yeah, you're waking up together.
We're waking up, we're hanging out, we're just fucking chilling, playing some Animal Crossing.
Exactly.
And just vibing. It's like something to put on in the morning as you get your day rolling.
Mm-hmm. So funny you mentioned that.
Lord.
My sister actually used to work, like, crazy early mornings, and she would be off by 9. And that used to be, before her hours changed, that was a highlight of her day. She's like, it was nice. I'd get off work. I'd unwind by watching Cal play Animal Crossing. She was like, it was just nice and relaxing. I'd get a cup of coffee, too, and we'd just hang out, and I'd see what he was up to. And she was like, maybe I'd have my phone out at the same time, just chilling. But, like, just seeing how everything's progressing, just vibing. And that's great. There's a litany. There's just so many different types of streams you can do. And, like,
yes.
But the key is, if the streamer's not having a good time, and the streamer's not necessarily struggling, but the streamer's not there.
Right.
Fuck it.
There's, like, a certain point, and I want to, at the very least, be able to get to that point. Like, it doesn't necessarily, like, I understand that not a whole lot of it's not like people are literally carving out time in their day specifically to watch me or you or, frankly, anybody. They're gonna turn on Twitch when they're fucking bored and at home and, like, feel like throwing something on, right? Or maybe they are, which, thank you so much if you are.
If you're actively seeking us, thank you.
Yes, for realsies.
Seriously, though,
that is.
Shout out to everyone who hops on and watches us. We really appreciate it. Everyone who's here right now, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
we really, really, really do. Support us beyond what you know.
Right. So I hope that makes sense what I just said, where regardless, I don't know. I guess I'm just thankful for what we got.
It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And Cal, you know, what do we got? People can follow what we got.
Yeah, we do. We got. Oh my God,
Twitter.
we keep spreading out. We are going to be the COVID-19 of 2021.
Oof. Oof. I prefer the COVID-19 vaccine of 2021.
Okay, that's fine too.
Spreading across the country, making people happy,
So many people dying.
bringing some sort of normalcy to life.
Yeah.
God. Oh my gosh. But Cal, people can follow Hogtie Productions on Instagram and Twitter, but where can they follow
At
you?
Hogtie Productions.
At Hogtie Production. But where can they follow you though?
They can find me on Twitter at Humble Halfwit. If you really feel like, I don't know why, but if you feel like following me personally, long term, like way long term, you can find me on twitch.tv/hopeful halfwit. But honestly, you're way better sticking around for Hogtie Productions, because this is where that that perfect perp skirt is at.
That good, that perps. That's where the good shit happens. Let's be honest. Like a lot of good stuff going down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Check out the Hogtie Productions YouTube channel. We've grown significantly over the last month.
Absolutely.
And we have a new show that's available. There's no consistency to when it is put on YouTube, and I apologize for that, everyone. I will be better about that. Just trying to do some new interesting stuff. By new interesting stuff, I mean I'm talking about anime with another weeb, but there's more layers to audio layers and shit, so that's fun. But if you enjoy My Hero Academia, make sure to check out our anime show as well, Osu Otaku, which translates to "Hey You, Weeb," basically. So that's fun stuff. You can follow me. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd. I just dropped a killer review for Strange Brew. You can catch my review of the Iowa Cinematic Masterpiece New Providence, which we group watched on Saturday. Thank you everyone who was there. Thank you Sponge Daddy for streaming it and everything. It was a fun time. Thank you everyone for watching and being in the chat at fucking what is it right now? I don't even know. 12:33 a.m. Central Time. Seriously, we can't thank you all enough. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us all. It's because of you that the lights stay on.
It's what drives us.
Yeah.
You drive us.
You'll catch y'all on the flippity flop.
Crazy.